Howdy, welcome to the channel. And today we're going to be going over different ideas for Ryobi gear to take while you're camping. So as everybody knows, it's late spring for us here in Texas, and actually it's already summer for us here in Texas. But usually that means that people are going to be going camping. So we have some different ideas here that are within the Ryobi 18-volt ecosystem that are great ideas to take with you for camping. First thing we have is for those of you who prefer glamping as opposed to camping, we have the Ryobi 18-volt air compressor and inflator. This is going to be great for you to take with you if you're going to go floating down the San Marcos River or the Guadalupe or any of the other numerous rivers where you're at. This is going to do really great to air up a tube that you can throw your cooler in and have your beers with you whenever you go floating down the river. The other thing it's really good at is if you're glamping and you want to have a nice air mattress, this is going to pump up that air mattress really quick for you so you don't get dizzy and lightheaded while you're doing it with your mouth and your lungs. We simply connect it if we want to inflate, or if we actually want to deflate and pull the air out, we can actually put it over here, and that makes disassembling that air mattress really quick. On the other side of the unit, we actually have an air compressor. Now this air compressor is going to save you if you end up having a flat tire because you run over some pesky nails on your trip, but it also has included with it, it's got the needle valve on it so that you can actually inflate those volleyballs and basketballs and any other type of dodgeballs, those kinds of things that you might have with you whenever you are out doing your camping. Next, we have the Ryobi lantern and bug zapper, and this is going to be your best friend whenever those pesky mosquitoes and flies start to come around your campsite, especially whenever you're trying to barbecue and you have that burger sitting there and you don't want the flies to get on it. Well, this can help you with that, and it's a handy little lantern, and it actually has 3 different intensities, and it sends the light down so that you can actually put it on your picnic table, and it's going to light up your picnic table. And it has 2, 4, and 6 hours on the bug zapper, and of course all of it can work at the same time. Be sure to check out the placard above, or it'll be linked in the description below. I've actually got a full review video of this particular unit. We all know whenever we go camping that our kids inevitably, and us too, are going to want to have their cell phones charged. Well, if you're just out there in a tent or even hammock camping and you want to have the ability to charge something, and let's say you take one of these other things, well, you can actually take one of these items with you to charge your USB devices. This simply plugs into an 18-volt battery. You just take your 18-volt battery, slap it on there. Look how small that is compared to the battery. And this has 2 ports on the side of it. We simply turn it on, those ports become active. You can plug your phone in here and you can now charge it. This also works on tablets or anything else that is USB powered. And additionally, we have 2 models that are very similar. Now these are actually inverters. So these do 150 watt, 110 volt plug. So if you don't have one of the nicer fans that Ryobi has, but you have a smaller fan, you can actually plug that fan into here, pop it into a battery, and this will actually run that fan for you. Additionally, it has the light on top. So you simply turn it on, wait for the light to go green, and then you can turn on the light, and now you have a nice little light for your campsite. As well as you have right here, right above the 110 volt or 120 volt, you actually have 2 power ports for USB. And both of these are the same thing. This is a slightly newer model, and it has the same features that this one does, but this one has a little bit different functionality with the turning it on and off. Kind of in the middle of this, we have this nifty little lantern, and with this one we can push the button 3 different times for 3 different intensities. We always start on high, then we go to medium, and we finish up by going low. Now the extra feature on this one is right below the power button, it actually has a USB port on it. It also comes with a very handy metal hook on top so that you can actually hook it onto your tent or other items. Next, we have the flashlight that comes with a lot of the different kits. Now, the neat thing about the Ryobi flashlights is their heads actually swivel. So if you want to have the flashlight pointed up, whenever you turn on the power, the light goes up, but if you would rather have it down, you can actually have the flashlight pointed more down. It is almost 360 degrees, but not quite, because there is a stop on it. These do not have a wide beam, and they do not have a very bright beam. Next, we're going to have the Ryobi Spotlight, and this one is very, very bright. You pull the trigger once, and you have it on very bright. You pull it again, and it goes on dim. Pull it a third time, and it turns off. But this thing is amazingly bright. It will blind you. And the throw on it is really, really good. I actually really like the Spotlight that Ryobi has come out with. Next, we have an essential item, no matter what you're doing. If you're going to the pool, if you're going to be out on a boat, or if you're just going to go camping or glamping for the weekend, we have a Bluetooth speaker. And this works like everything else. You simply plug in the battery in the back, and then you connect it up to your Bluetooth source, and then you can listen to your Bluetooth devices. Now, this particular one does not have a radio built into it, so it's not going to be able to pick up FM or AM on it. This is simply a Bluetooth. However, it does have a very handy USB charge port on top of it, so you can actually charge your cell phone while you're playing your music off of this USB port. Last but not least, we have an essential item in Texas whenever you go camping, and that is the fan. These fans work really great, and they can run. I've had several of these. I actually have 2 of these, but I've set them up at, unfortunately, funerals, because in the middle of June, when it's 110 degrees out, you don't want to have a bunch of elderly people sitting there without something circulating around them to help cool them down, and it does help tremendously. And I know certain people, especially Canadians, don't quite understand what it's like whenever you're out there at 110 degrees and about 95% humidity.
Thanks, Canada. I'll take it from here.
What exactly that feels like and what it can do to an elderly person. But these do an amazing job of moving that air and keeping them cool whenever they are in those situations. So that means it's going to work great if you're out there camping. So if you need something in your tent that's just going to circulate a little bit of air, these things do a great job. And on the back, they have 2 different speed switch on this. They have a high and a low setting with these particular fans. On low, they advertise, if I remember right, it's an 8-hour runtime on low. Now, the other really nifty thing about these particular ones is they actually come with a hanging hook. So you can actually take this hook, hang it inside your tent. You can point the fan directly down if you want to, or have it to the side. And because of this hook, you now have the ability to point it wherever you want it to go to. Now, I do have a little bit of a unicorn. Let me grab it real quick. This is my unicorn. And for those in the Ryobi universe, you will definitely know off of different groups like Facebook and Reddit. They have a unicorn group out here, and this is my unicorn. This is from Arctic Cove, but technically it's the same company that makes Ryobi. It's just called Arctic Cove. It actually uses the same 18-volt batteries. Now, there's supposed to be a cover here. I have lost that a long time ago. But these, Ryobi has now started to actually make these off of their regular Ryobi line. So you can buy this, even though mine is a unicorn color, you can actually buy one directly from Ryobi with their green, yellow color, whatever it is. And with this, you have the ability to not only have a high-low fan, but you also have the ability with these little copper or brass ports right here, it will actually pull from a 5-gallon bucket of water and do misting spray. So that is my special unicorn Ryobi. So that goes over various items from Ryobi that are actually tools but work really, really good for camping or glamping or even going out on a boat for the weekend. None of these do I have an issue recommending. They're all great. I enjoy all of them. They're obviously all here in my collection, and I'm proud to have them. If you have any questions about any of these specific items, we'll be linking the videos below for any that I have already reviewed. And for others that I haven't reviewed, if you would like a specific video about any one of these items, be sure to leave it in the comments below. If you do post a comment, I'll be sure to post it like this one. Thanks for watching.